Welcome to Planet Butter, my world where I hopefully inspire you to take fun seriously by being intucentric, leading with intuition while prioritizing self-control and self-expression in the best interest of all. Every episode is designed to provoke consciousness through entertaining perspectives and applied philosophy. Each week, we explore new ways of applying Planet Butter's critical and creative thinking lens to modern society. I'm Jordan Blizzard Planit. Thanks for joining me in our 91st episode, where we will continue to relate Planet Butter's philosophy of intucentricism to Earth's current society. And today we're going to be doing that by visiting the Planet Butter publication. We haven't given it a little love in a while, and when I was in Greece, which you can peruse in other episodes, I had this one creative splurge day of writing all these articles in one day for the upcoming weeks, which I never have done before. Usually I write per week because it's an article that's always very connected to me in that moment. And while, of course, I could write every day, all day, a new idea or a new sentiment of something relevant, there's always something that particularly brews during the week that ends up being the From My Planet to Yours article on the Planet Butter publication. However, this one day in Greece, like I said, super intense creative splurge of all these articles. So what I thought was really cool about that was kind of, at the time, present Jordan was writing for future Jordan and, of course, everybody else. So I was really excited to receive all of the weekly articles in the upcoming weeks that I had written for, because I knew I had released them like from my brain, so I would forget about them. And then when they would arrive in my inbox, I would get all excited about what was I meant to receive from now past Jordan today. So each week I've been excited to receive my own email from my past self for now present self, which I imagine is beneficial to you. And these are all paid articles, so I'm very excited for you guys to get the full behind the curtain Planet Butter publication. So we are going to go through, there are 2 Blizzard's Dictionary terms/phrases and 3 articles. I'm very excited to share them with you. And as always, please email me any questions you have about your world or Planet Butter's philosophy. myplanettoyours@gmail.com. First, the first article is a Blizzard's Dictionary phrase actually. So I release bi-weekly a phrase or a word in the Blizzard's Dictionary. I give the definition and then an anecdote. The definition is free and the anecdote is for paid subscribers. But today you get the full thing. So, unistall. Unistall is when the universe is setting you up for something cooler than you can imagine. Now the anecdote. The uni is always simultaneously playing defense and offense. Defense against you, offense for you. We think we're doing one thing. The uni pops in and says, nope, not yet. Not that. Hang on. I'm in the middle of a magic trick. Need your trust. It's a unistall. You will likely perceive it as a limitation. Uni sent me to tell you limitations are magic. From my planet to yours, Jordan Blizzard Planit. Cool. Next, this was an article from August 10th, 2025. Intentionally unintentional, effortless action. The audio article is always embedded post-pay boundary, but if you prefer to listen than read, you can. So, when we're rooted in our intentions because we are intucentric beings, we can release control of executing. Meaning, when we regularly activate the 3 core methods, boundaries, confidence, alignment, while practicing our self-friendship and make decisions leveraging the PB-Jet ring of consciousness, our intentions in all that we do become apparent to us. As a result of our clarity of intention and being intuicentric, the actions necessary to execute in alignment with our intentions become inevitable. The trust in this inevitability as a fundamental result of trust in ourselves and the universe creates the space for the optimal moment for executing action in accordance with our intentions. Stick with me. The best time to do anything is when we're meant to do it. When are we meant to do it? When it happens. It'll be effortlessly effortful. It'll be intentionally unintentional. It's effortless action in action. When we're intuicentric, each moment arises because of our connection to ourselves and our intuition, ourselves and the universe. We are synchronizing ourselves with the bigger picture by trusting the inevitability of executing our intentions. And after it happens, we say, I get it now. And then we keep our boogie going across that bridge of conditional evolution, which is a separate article, between detached love and attached love, perpetually taking personal responsibility. Effortless action is attached love. The attachment is to our ideal evolution. It's effortfully intentional, while literal actions arise because it simply becomes time. I was once asked, do you nap? After sharing I was up early working and doing a sauna and ice bath session before an 8 a.m. workout. And my natural response was, if it happens. Their response translated my abstract way of speaking into, not intentionally. I nodded. You see, if my body needs to nap, it'll become time to nap. Effortless action. Underlying intention, listen to my body. Consider it. From my planet to yours, Jordan, Blizzard, Planet. Next article. The innocence of being egocentric. I love this one. Okay. The unaware, societally conditioned mind. I wrote, this one's on the planet, like on the house. It's free. Everyone needs to read this. Okay, so this article was actually entirely free because everybody needs to read, hear, see this. The innocence of being egocentric. The unaware, societally conditioned mind. Eastern philosophy says no ego. Western philosophy is driven by ego. Planet Butter's philosophy says take responsibility for your ego. Our ego is our luxury. It's what makes us human. Despite society's connotation of being egocentric as an arrogant sense of importance, when we look more deeply with our Planet Butter critical and creative thinking hats on, we quickly recognize egocentric beings to actually entirely lack a sense of importance. Their superficial expression of importance is compensation for their inherent lack of importance and sense of self. Planet Butter's definition of egocentric explains why. The unaware, conditioned mind. This definition is also why Planet Butter recognizes being intuicentric actually as a form of innocence. When we decide to be intuicentric, we can manage our integrity and compassion in recognition of the lack that egocentric individuals experience. This will propel the collective, and I'm talking very slowly on purpose, I'm going to start this paragraph from the top. When we decide to be into-centric, we can manage our integrity and compassion in recognition of the lack that egocentric individuals experience. This will propel the collective to evolve in a more ideal sequence while inspiring change in those stuck in the unaware, conditioned version of themselves. They don't want to be that way. They don't even know that they don't want to be that way. They're unaware. They're conditioned. They don't question it. That's the issue. They're not self-reflective. Rather than giving your blind attention, condemning, or frankly indulging those who society perceives as obnoxiously self-important and power-hungry, we can bypass this attention with the operative function of being into-centric ourselves. It'll create the necessary ripple to dilute the attention toward the egocentric individuals screaming for attention, rooted in their lack of importance, while enhancing productive influence in the best interest of all. Into-centric is the perpetual development and expression of the self, which is important, creating internal fulfillment, which becomes a sense of importance. This sense of importance is our luxury, our ego, into-centric. From my planet to yours, Jordan, Blizzard, Planet. Next. Actually, I need to tell you guys, because I just remembered, this top is the other one that I made with the fabric from Doha, Qatar that we got during that crazy layover I told you guys about in episode 88. That was crazy. I got this fabric, and then in episode 89, I showed you, then in episode 90, I showed you the first top that I made with this fabric, and now this is episode 91 in the second top. It's super cute. I don't want to show you the back, but it's on Planet Butter's Instagram. It's really sexy, really cute, and they are for sale. If you message me, I know most of you watching are gentlemen, but if you've got any girlfriends, wives, daughters, or if you're into wearing something like this, I totally welcome you. Let me know. All right, back to the article. That was like a commercial break. Also, do you notice the Planet Butter first ever peanut butter grinder in the background here? Yeah. And the books. Wait. Duh. That's not the printed version of Into-Centric, but it's the manuscript. And then that's the coffee table book, not on the coffee table. And then the peanut butter grinder that we broke on the YouTube live. Remember that? Good times, guys. This is, everywhere I go becomes the Planet Butter Museum. It's a pop-up. Okay. Now, Blizzard's Dictionary, a phrase and word alert from August 17th, 2025. Sorry, I have not been consistent with reading the dates. Who really cares? Anyway, intuitive slips and slipfully. Intuitive slip. Description. The playful, natural, effortless surfacing of a live truth without mental planning. Slipfully. Definition. The playful, natural, effortless release of something. So you're probably familiar with Freudian slips. They're traditionally truths rooted in the unconscious and repressed material of the human mind. Egocentric. The societally conditioned, unconscious mind. Planet Butter's expression of intuitive slips are slipfully stated truths rooted in the universe and our connection to it. Into-centric, the societally conditioned conscious mind, as a result of leading with intuition while prioritizing self-control and self-expression. in the best interest of all. From my planet to yours, Jordan, Blizzard, Planet. And now we are on our way to the latest article. The new breed of sheep. Bah. How to, what to, are you okay? When was the last time you did what makes sense to you? When was the last time you sincerely sourced clarity from yourself? When was the last time you simply wondered? When was the last time you created your own clever solution to a problem? People are so information obsessed and satisfied through numbered lists of how-tos and what-to-dos. Society is training itself out of critical and creative thinking. Society is training itself to rely on other people's success stories in attempt to control their own. Society is training itself out of self-trust. Society is training itself to disrespect individual, intuitive knowing. Society is fueling a society they say they don't want by saying they don't want it instead of showing up differently. Boom. Awareness without action remains egocentric, the unaware, societally conditioned mind, as Planet Butter defines it. Now expanded to include the inactive yet aware mind. In this context, the sheep practice the regurgitation of consumed thoughts and beliefs rather than lived conclusion. We can and inevitably will arrive at the same or similar ideas, conclusions, solutions as one another when we live out our own conclusions. Yet, the way we arrive at our conclusions will forever be unique. It's the new breed of sheep. The sheep who say they're not sheep. Planet Butter hopes to inspire you to give yourself the respect I personally believe you deserve. Your brain is better than what you're settling for. Your body is probably begging for your attention. Your emotional state will redirect you back to your body, begging for your attention. And your energetic state will do the same. Your spiritual state is dependent upon your ability to observe your communication with your external world and the universe. The decision to be intucentric is the willingness to confront your own evolution, rooted in the desire for full autonomy. Onward, a Blizzard's dictionary term, an individual's unique evolution. Nobody likes to be told what to do. Why are you letting yourself be told what to do? Are you willing to do what it takes to not be told what to do? I won't tell you how, but I'll keep showing you while offering perpetually applicable perspectives to consider for yourself. It's your world, and you're living in it. Planet Butter is mine. From my planet to yours, Jordan, Blizzard, Planet. Woo! Those are intense, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I had fun reading them, and they were relevant each time I opened my inbox. Granted, everything will always be relevant at any point in time in some capacity because our present perspective will inevitably relate whatever it is that we are consuming, observing, receiving to whatever our current circumstances, brain, mentality, are. So, kind of it's just true. Everything's just true. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for visiting Planet Butter. We did it again. Episode 91. Email me any questions you have about your world or Planet Butter's philosophy of into-centricism. It's the development and expression of the healthy ego. We create it by being into-centric. Say it with me. Into-centric. It's leading with our intuition while prioritizing self-control and self-expression in the best interest of all. myplanettoyours@gmail.com. myplanettoyours@gmail.com. I'll see you Thursday.